Joining me is the country's top foreign affairs writer, Greg Sheridan, the Australian newspaper. Greg, thanks for your time. The Russian army in Ukraine now has reorganised. It's got only one leader in charge. It hasn't got several. It's more united. It's now one big front, not several around the country that could get picked off. What do you now expect to happen?
Well, Andrew, you're absolutely right. The Russians were failed and humiliated in their initial war aims. They thought they could take Kiev quickly. They couldn't. Many of the areas that they did take separately, they were chased out of by Ukrainian soldiers. Their logistics were hopeless. The Ukrainians were much more agile, much more motivated, much more tactically clever. What the Russians have is mass and an absolute lack of scruple in murdering and killing innocent civilians. And these will be more advantageous qualities for them now in the eastern region of Ukraine because it borders Russia, so the logistic challenge for the Russian troops is much less. It involves areas where pro-Russian proxies have been fighting in parts of Donbass for several years, so they're more accustomed to the local conditions and battle and so on. And it's a less crowded area, so their tanks won't be so susceptible to short-range shoulder-fired missiles that Ukrainian soldiers have. Having said all that, the Ukrainians have proven themselves equal to every tactical disadvantage and challenge the Russians have put to them so far. Now is a time more than ever where the West should be supplying the Ukrainians with every single weapon they need, especially longer-range anti-tank missiles. But I think this is going to be a very brutal and horrible phase because I think Putin feels that if he doesn't secure at least control of Donbass, then he has nothing to pretend is a victory, and a humiliating defeat would probably mean the end of his time in office, probably mean the end of his life, probably mean a revolution in Russia.